Hey guys, Kathleen Spizzato here today with Spizzato Uncensored, getting ready to go to the gym. I've had a lot of people ask me about this week's Board of Selectmen meeting. Took place on Monday night. I was not able to make it to that meeting, but I do have the audio. I am going to do a full video, don't you worry, but I was listening to it this morning, just starting, and I just wanted to do a quick reaction to the citizens' comments. So let's get this one started. You're going to love this one.
Do we have any willing participants from the public? Yes.
First citizen's comment of multiple.
Chris Coyle, 50 Oakland Drive, location.
Chris Coyle.
First of all, Bonnie, for the minutes, as you are aware, FOIA should.
We don't address the clerk.
Excuse me,
He mentioned Bonnie, so Maureen said don't address her.
I didn't expect you to address it. Make the statement, which is the minutes must reflect what goes on in the meeting.
The minutes must reflect what goes on in a meeting.
Now, with that said, I'm here to be as blunt and clear as I can. I have sent letters to you indicating that while as politicians you can say whatever you want, you can call people names, that's your choice. But when it comes
They called me a name in my first
meeting,
meeting.
you have a job description. You may not realize that, but it's provided for in the state statutes. And it requires that the selectmen plural will superintend the town. You are not following that statute.
Nope.
You're hiding information.
Hiding information for sure.
Republican selectmen in any discussions, any detail, she has to FOIA. That's unacceptable, and we believe it's.
I have the same problem, guys,
So,
in my board.
What I'm putting you on notices, just like you didn't check with the lawyers for the Pomfret Forest, and that in easement in plain English, you might want your lawyers to check the statute. Otherwise, we'll go to a judge, and the judge will decide whether you are disenfranchising.
And I still don't know if they're actually checking the lawyers, guys. I've requested my board to show me proof of that because we're all the clients, and I haven't gotten any proof of that.
She has no information. She's not able to superintend the town. It's because of your actions. My final comment is this. When someone is negligent, that's misfeasance. But when they do so with knowledge, you might ask their lawyers, it's malfeasance. You know, as a town manager. I believe there are facts that you're doing this intentionally and you know it. So putting the town on notice, you'll receive a letter from my lawyer.
How can she not know it at this point? How many times do we have to request the same thing over and over and then FOIA for it? How is that not intentional?
Anyone else like?
I have a comment.
No, we're not commenting.
I'm a citizen. I'd like to make a citizen's
Martha
comment.
tries to make a comment and Maureen tells her she can't.
With Ford Phase correspondence, please.
Could you speak louder, please?
Oh, sure. Under correspondence, we received correspondence from Ford Phase.
So Ford
and I
Face
didn't
sent an
know if that
email.
was going to be addressed tonight.
It wasn't
emailed
included in
us
the correspondence
about
of the meeting.
procedures with meetings and minutes and whatnot.
I don't recall that email. Did you read that? Or?
Yes, you did.
Maureen doesn't recall that email.
And what does it say?
What does it say?
Do you want to read it? It's guidelines for recording minutes.
Sure.
Do you want to read it out?
No, it wasn't meant to be read at the meeting. It was.
So here you hear Ford, who sent in correspondence about how meeting minutes are supposed to be recorded, but he doesn't want it read
Because it's
at the
very,
meeting,
it's
where this
very
has been an issue,
important
a recurring
because
issue.
it does say that for key requirements for the
You
minutes.
said it wasn't
Right,
intended
but I
to be read.
introduced it.
Here's
so-
why they don't want to
so
introduce.
I'm going to
Listen.
read one key thing for this. That when motions are made, they are to be recorded in full in the minutes and noted whether they're first or seconded
You hear
and
that?
voted on or not voted
It's
on.
supposed to be recorded in
And I'm
full.
Thank you.
referring to,
You're reading somebody else's letter now.
I am referring to last month's minutes that did not have the motions that I made.
Watch this
So I
line.
just want to put that on record.
Lying caught
The motions that you made
in
were
audio.
verbatim in the minutes.
They were not verbatim in the minutes because Patrick
There-
looked at it and said there were words.
So here you hear Maureen say that Martha's minutes were recorded verbatim last meeting, which that was the argument. You guys remember the video where Patrick said all that's missing are words? That was one of my top videos that people listen to, and he argued about the motions that were not put in their entirety in the minutes and said that all he saw missing from her motions were words. So now, fast forward to this meeting, you hear Maureen saying that her motions were recorded in their entirety. You can't even make this stuff up, guys.
No.
Yes,
I checked with the clerk and there's no words missing.
Martha
Did you find
reminds
any
her
words?
and
Yes.
Maureen says no. We have the audio, Maureen. We have the audio. This is why these
So,
meetings should
anyway.
be
The
publicly
minutes of a
available
meeting are not meant to
virtually,
be a
because this is
transcript.
just ridiculous.
Exactly, but they are to be put in a packet if someone has asked you to put it in a packet, and you
No.
need to put the
No.
full motion on in the
Right.
minutes.
Okay.
Well, Ford Fay seems to
And
know,
who
but he
did it?
doesn't want the people in the public to
Who
know. He
made
just
the
wants the
motion?
email in
Who
private. That I don't
seconded?
understand
I
either.
believe when the-
Fay has a lot of
it says
opinions
that
in
you
private, but
mentioned in
he's not here
Right.
about to help Martha,
That was
even
clear.
though Martha
Right,
is
but the
right.
whole motion.
It was in there.
It was.
Anyway, any other citizens' comments?
Okay, can't make it up.
Charlie Tracy.
Charlie Tracy, my very neighborly neighbor. That is sarcasm.
I've been in town for about, I don't know if it's 35 or 36 years.
He's been here 35 or 36 years.
I'm older than-
Dead giveaway that they get a bigger say than us. Always, that's what they all do.
Many disagreements. I
We've had many
remember back in the day of Pact and Track, and I don't want to go too far back on a Parker book here, but people could disagree on a thing. And if there was something, if there was any malfeasance, it would be discussed.
We've tried discussing it, Charlie. If you've been paying attention, you'd
I've
know
spent
this.
about 30 years of my 36 years on economic development, which we may get to later. And I don't think we do things wrong here.
We don't
And
do things wrong here.
If I disagree with somebody, I want to hear their side, and then I want.
He hasn't tried to hear my side. He hasn't had a conversation with me. I walk by his house often, guys. So this is a
I
lie.
don't see that as a serious person, because they're not interested in finding out what the other side might be, and it's a shame
So I'm
that.
gonna pause that. He's talking about Chris Coyle because after Chris's citizens comment, he was so worked up, he left. They asked why he was leaving. He said, because this is a show, which I have told you guys, it is a show. Some of my meetings have been for show, and the meeting the other night was for show. It's clear by the audience that Maureen has summons in, including my neighbor, because these are the same group of people that come out the woodwork when they don't like something that is being challenged. I don't know, the referendum petition that we have going around. So Charlie has now come out the woodwork. You didn't see Charlie at the budget workshops asking questions about the budget at all, but you see Charlie now questioning the malfeasance comment that Chris Coyle made and questioning Chris leaving. But Chris has been at a lot of things. He's been very engaged. And what is Chris going to stay for if they're going to keep on doing this to him? So I don't blame him for leaving, guys. They've been bullying him left and right. So Charlie Tracy thinks he's been here so long and he's so about the town and he's so neighborly. I've never even really had a conversation with this guy in the almost 4 years that I've lived here. I think we're model citizens over here. We don't have anything crazy going on. We keep our yard up nice. We walk by, we wave. But this guy that's been here for 35, 36 years is sitting here talking about coming together. Now, he's not once tried to have a conversation with me since I've gotten nominated, elected, or brought up any issues. The people that I've brought the issues to don't want to have conversations about it. They leave my emails unresponded to, or they flat out lie to me. So that is why we've had to FOIA request. So I would love and invite Charlie Tracy to, hey, let's have a conversation about our disagreements here, because you haven't tried to do that. And you're coming to this meeting for a show, again, because you've been summoned and you're the guy that put up a billboard on a street that has no traffic aimed at my house for my opponent when we were running to be funny. So don't talk about being part of the community and like all coming together and having our disagreements that we work out, because you haven't tried to work out any single disagreements. You've shown me zero respect, and this is for show. So let's keep going.
The town with the reputation that Pomfret has.
The reputation Pomfret has.
It's a premium location
What
to
reputation
live.
is that?
It's a premium location to thrive. And Dave Patno said it best about, I don't know, 150 years ago when we started all this. He said it's a great place to be from birth to 14 and then go away and come back after 30.
So he just quoted a guy, Dave Patno. If you look at the Pomfret Times bias newspaper, you see Ford Fay wrote a letter about him in there saying the Republican committee should be more like him. Clearly, this group of people here that have been summoned are a group of people that are drinking the same Kool-Aid, saying the same buzzwords and trying to take shots. They're trying to say we shouldn't be doing things the way we're doing them. I would love to know which way you think we should be doing them. Should we be calling them out, or should we just turn the other way like these guys and the citizens making comments right now have done, and how they've just let things keep going in the wrong direction and don't call anything out? Which way should it be done, guys?
Great place to live. But when I hear things like the gentleman who just spoke, it disheartens me, because
Charlie, you dishearten me, guy.
An member of the community. He said his piece. I said, "Are you leaving?" He said, "This is a joke."
It is a
Well,
joke.
where's the joke?
It flat out is a
If we're
joke.
doing things
And you could be
wrong,
the
please point
deciding
it out.
factor on that,
If
guys.
there's
What do you
something we
think?
can change,
Is this how you want
let
to see a
us
Board
know.
of Selectmen meeting ran?
And we just,
Lying
if we get to the
about
point of
minutes and
discussing
amendments,
economic stuff,
hiding
I wanna
things?
talk about- And I may have hit my 3 minutes, but I just,
You
I don't
definitely
like
hit
the
your 3
tenor
minutes
of
there.
the dis-
If it were me and I hit my
Well,
3
it's
minutes,
still
Maureen would be
different.
stopping me dead in my tracks, but not Charlie. Not beloved Charlie.
Anyone else? Oh, Mary, you're on.
So that's all the citizens' comments we have today. I think it's funny that they stacked the room with people like Charlie over here. There were several others in there that didn't have a citizens' comment at this one. I haven't gotten to the second one yet to see if there was comments at the end, but Chris Coyle's right that this is a joke. You can't make it up. You hear Maureen say nothing was missing, everything was verbatim from Martha's motions, but I have the video and the audio where you have Patrick last meeting saying all that's missing are words. Let me know what you think. Do you like it? Do you think that these meetings are ran properly? Do you think they're doing things the right way and we're just making noise about nothing? Love to hear from you. Let's have a conversation. Even my lovely neighbor Charlie, they want to talk? Let's talk. I'd be very happy to talk to you. Have a great day.